Hey guys, Coach Brian. It's Friday, December 23rd. I know you guys are all getting ready for Christmas. I hope you have a great holiday. I'm probably going to just leave a couple of videos, and hopefully over the next week or so, while you guys are on break, if you get bored, you can watch these. It'd also be good if you want to go back and watch the ones I've already posted, if you didn't already, or if you want a refresher, to go ahead and do that. So in our practice the other night, we worked on setting screens, okay? And so I'm going to just go through a couple of videos here. One of them, let me do this one first, because it's a little bit shorter, and then we'll do the previous one. We'll work on this one afterwards. All right. So, like I mentioned, guys, the thing with screening is, it's a great way to help your teammates get open, okay? If you can either set a screen for the defender that's covering the guy with the ball, which is kind of like what we did in practice, or you can set the screen on the defender that's covering the person without the ball, so that person can then get open, okay? So, and actually, I think we did both, where we set a screen on both. We had you guys pop up and set one guy set a screen up for the guy with the ball on that defender, and the other one set the screen on the guy without the ball, up top to try to help him get open. All right, so I'm going to show you this one first. This one's really fast. Okay, so these are little kids. They may even be younger than you guys, but this is only about a minute long. All right, but you kind of there's no ball involved here, but let's just review this one really quick.
This is setting up a screen. Right here, we're going to work on setting up a screen off the ball. So I have Ben and...
So what he said, he's setting up a screen off the ball. So what that means is setting a screen for a person that does not have the ball. Okay. All right. So neither one of these kids have the ball. That's what when they say off the ball, that means setting a screen for somebody that does not have the ball.
Lily here with me, who are going to walk through this. Okay, so Lily and Ben are on the same team. Lily's up here at the top of the key. Ben is playing on the wing. Okay, the ball is on the other side of the floor. Lily wants to help Ben get open. So Lily's going to come, walk, set a good screen for Ben. Okay, she's got her knees bent. She's in a...
Okay, so you notice there was a lot of space in between them. That's because you're assuming there's a defender there, okay? So don't let that fool you. And you can see what that kid did. He tried to fake inside first to get the defender to follow him, and now you're going to see him go around her.
A good stance. Good. Come back, Ben. Okay. Ben, what he just did a perfect job of setting up the screen. So he has a defender guarding him. He wants to make sure that the defender runs into the screen so that he is open. So what Ben did was he set up the screen by walking in. Okay, he got below the line of the screen. He then planted his right foot. Let's come back, Ben. He walked below the line of the screen. He planted his right foot so he can change speeds and explode off the screen. Okay, so he goes off. Notice he runs off shoulder to shoulder. His shoulder, Ben's shoulder, his Lily's shoulder, so that now he's open to catch the ball. Ben did a perfect job there of setting up the screen off the ball.
All right, so that one's really easy, guys, and that's basically it. So what I want you guys to be able to do, I don't know if I said this in practice, guys. You can set a screen on anybody, okay, for any of your teammates. If you see one of your teammates being closely guarded, okay, whether they're right next to you or whether they're on the other side of the lane, go set a screen, okay? I'm not going to really limit you guys to say, okay, well, you can only screen from the bottom two guys up to the top two guys, all right? If you set a screen, okay, you are going to help your teammate get open, okay? And now this next video that I'm going to go through, now these are high school kids, so this is a little bit more complicated. I don't expect you guys to do all this stuff. But the takeaway on this one as I go through it is that when you set a screen for your teammate, not only do you free them up, but you open yourself up too. Okay, what you're going to see in in this one, okay? So let me go through this one. Probably not going to show the whole thing. But. And again, guys, I'm going to leave the links to both of these videos in the description so you can watch them without me talking over them, okay? But for this, I want to just kind of go through it a little bit.
All right, so probably the most important part of team offense is learning how to set screens. Okay, and there's two different types of screens that you set. And what you'll find at the youth levels and even sometimes at the high school levels, you have a lot of coaches yelling, set a screen, set a screen. And what they'll do is they'll run to the ball and try to set a ball screen. Okay, what we want to focus on right now is a screen that takes place away from the ball. So right now you see Nick has the ball, and he would pass.
Okay, so this guy just said what I said. He's talking about doing screens off the ball, okay? Setting screens for people that do not have the ball, which is also what that last video was. So I want you guys to really start thinking about that, about just instead of standing there saying, pass me the ball when you're covered, and you can't do anything, go set a screen on the guy away from you, okay? So let's just let this play.
If he passed it to Brian on the wing, we would ask him to set a screen away for the guy away from you. Just be an off-the-ball screen. So part of the fundamental of this is Nick makes the pass to Brian. Okay, there's two parts of having a good screen. One is Nick is our screener. Okay, so we tell Nick it's your job to try to go make contact with Nolan Clegg, who's in the blue right now. Okay, Josh is just as important. Josh is on Nick's team, and he's the guy we're trying to get open for a shot. So in order for Josh to get open, he needs to wait for a screen. He can't start running early or else Nick will be in foul trouble, and I'll be yelling at Nick from the bench, he didn't set a good screen. But Josh is actually the one that left early and made him in a bad position. So, Nick passes to Brian. Well, a way to wait for the screen is to take the person away from where you want to go. So Josh knows he wants to either catch it at the top of the key, or he wants to curl it in for a layup. So he's going to take someone away, a step or two away from where he wants to go, which will drag his defender lower. Nick comes in, sets himself in a great position, protects himself. Now, if Josh were down here, he's going to want to come off nice and tight to the screen. Okay, so come back. If you come over here, we'll show you the angle. Nick, come on, set the screen. Now freeze Josh. Okay, he comes off. What we tell our guys is try to grab the elbow of the screener that you're setting. That way you know they're coming off tight. There's no way that no one can get in here.
All right, so I told you guys that in practice, shoulder to shoulder. So this guy in blue is the defender. He's guarding this guy. So this guy here made the pass to that guy all the way on the other side, and then he comes and set a screen on this guy to get this guy open. So he sets the screen right here really tight. And remember, he also said you got to wait for the screen. This guy cannot go until the screen is there. Okay, it defeats the purpose. So if you get a screen from one of your teammates, don't go until the screen is set. When this guy is set, notice how wide he's got his feet. Okay, so this guy can't easily step over him. All right, remember, this guy cannot move. Once you set the screen, you cannot move, all right, until it's over. Then you have to just end the screen, okay? So you see the coach saying, now he's teaching him to, like, grab his teammate's arm as he goes around, whether you grab his arm or whether you just do shoulder to shoulder. So his shoulder against his shoulder, and then he's curling to the basket, okay? So we'll just let it run.
The biggest mistake people will make is they'll come out wide, and that leaves a spot for Nolan to be.
Okay, that's what I said. Remember, if you don't make contact with your teammate on the curl, the defender's just going to slip right in between you and cut him off right here. That's why you got to do shoulder to shoulder. You got to make contact with your teammate, on that screen.
They'll slip right through here. Okay, so Josh needs to come off the screen aggressively, grab Nick's elbow, and he has to read what Nolan does. So let's watch a good screen right now. So Nick passed to Brian. Josh set it up.
There we go. Just watch it right from the full speed here.
Come on. All right, come on. 2, 3, 3. Excellent job. Okay, and it's very difficult to know.
All right, so you see that guy got open. He was able to get the feed pass back from this guy. Easy shot, right? And the screener is chasing him. The defender is chasing him down. And by the time he gets around the corner, the pass is already in, and he gets that easy shot at the basket.
To guard that, if we set a very good screen. And Nick did a great job of sprinting over. You saw them talking to each other. Now you saw how Nolan defended that screen. Nick passed it to Brian. Josh did a good job taking him away. And when Nick came over here, there's two ways the defense will guard this for you. Okay? Nolan can either trail behind, okay, which in that case is what happened last time. Josh would curl back to the hoop, and Nolan would be behind, and we'd have a nice shot there. Okay? If Nolan were to try to sneak and cheat this way and beat Josh to that spot, okay, now we're going to go out away from the screen, maybe not that far. Okay, would come more up to the top, and Nick would set it that way. So again, it's making Nolan have to travel the greater distance. Okay, so let's go over the top this time. Okay, now Nolan's going to play it a different way, and we'll see how Josh reacts. Here we go. Run! We're going full screen! Good. Okay, good. And there it is. Okay, so we want to make body contact and get through. Now the last rule of screening, okay, so Josh does his...
Okay, that's another way for the guy to get the ball. I'm not really thrilled about that with you guys only because how far away he shot the ball. Okay, but this next one he's going to do, I'll talk about because this is good. So let's just let this play.
His job, he takes him away, he grabs the elbow, and he reads what his defender does. The screener now has to read what the user does. So if Josh curls to the hoop, okay, our rule is one goes to the basket and one goes to the ball. So if Josh curls it to the hoop, Nick's going to pop back to the ball. If Josh were to pop up high, Nick is going to slip into the rim. Okay, so let's go slow motion. Passes to Brian. Here comes Nick on the screen. Josh is going to curl because Nolan comes over. He curls. Now Nick opens up and flashes back to the ball as an option.
Okay, so what did I just say? Okay, I said that when he sets the screen for his teammate, right, this guy is the one who originally set the screen. So there's two things so now there's two guys potentially open. This time the defender, right, chose to go in and try to follow this guy to the basket, okay? If he's able to cover this guy going to the basket, if he manages to stay with him, and this guy either doesn't get open or it's not a good pass into here, guess what? The guy that just set the screen, he's now wide open. So he set the screen. This guy curled around, came to the basket, the defender chasing him. Then this guy pops back over to here around the free throw line, gets the pass, and takes a shot or drives in, whatever. So because now he has also opened himself up. So I'm going to say this, guys. Just listen to me very carefully. When you set a screen for somebody, not only are you opening them up and getting them open, you're probably getting yourself open too. Okay? Because when the screen is set, the defender is going to go after the guy that you set the screen for, and that's for a second or two, that's going to leave you open. You come off the screen, which is this guy, number 21. He set the screen over here. The screen is over. He comes back towards the free throw line, towards the ball. The coach said back towards the ball. Remember, this guy had the ball. He comes back towards the ball, and this guy hits him, and then he can take an easy shot. Okay? So that's why the coach was saying they have one guy go to the basket, one guy go to the ball. So this guy went to the basket, this guy came back towards the ball.
And what you'll find is usually the screener, if he does a great job, will be more open sometimes than the person who's setting the screen for.
What did he just say? Sometimes the guy who set the screen will be more open than the guy that he gave the screen to. This guy was actually more open than the guy he set the screen for. So I'm going to tell you guys again, let's try, when we scrimmage, I want to see you guys just go set screens for people. Now, you want to set screens away from people. So if you're playing over here, if you're playing here, you want to set for a screen further away. If set it for the guy here, set it for the guy here. This guy could cross over and set a screen here. You don't necessarily want to set a screen for the guy right next to you if you got somebody close. But really, guys, if I see you guys going and setting screens and doing them the right way, I'm not going to complain, to be honest with you. Because this will get our guys open. Instead of having you guys, like I said, just run in circles, this guy's got a defender on him in front of him. You're just like running back and forth, trying to get away from this guy, right? And it's not working. Then instead of doing that, then go across the way, set a screen for somebody, let your teammate come off the screen, and then you'll probably be open too. So if this guy ran over here, set a screen like in this area, his teammate goes to the basket, and then he pops right here. You know, depending where the ball is, he might get the basketball right there. So I want you guys to really work on just go set a screen for somebody. Instead of just standing there asking for the ball when you're covered, go set a screen. Not only will you open up one of your teammates, you're probably going to open yourself up. Okay?
Because if Nick does a great job, and we'll go slow motion. Okay? Nolan's coach is telling him, you got to make sure you can't let Josh get the ball. He's a good player. He's going to get a score. I'm going to help out. So here comes Nick with the pass. I'm on defense. Okay, I see Josh go to curl. I can't give him a layup. Freeze for a second. So as Nick's defender, I got to help Nolan and protect here so Josh doesn't have a layup. So if Nick reads that, go ahead, now keep coming. I'm helping. Nick pops back to the ball. He's actually going to be more open. So there's two parts to a great screen. All right, so let's watch that one more time at full speed, see how it looks.
Now just let this play, guys.
All right. Screen, screen. Good.
There it is, okay? All right? There it is, full speed. There it is, right? The guy curls, the defender follows him in, the guy that set the screen pops back out right here at the top, and obviously he's going to just pop the shot right there.
Excellent job. Now let's do the other one. Okay, let's have Josh pop now, and Nick, you slip into the hoop for a layup. Set a good screen. Good screen. Good. Nice job.
Okay? Now in this case, this guy, instead of curling to the basket, he popped out to the outside, and now this guy was able to go back in, go back door, and get the pass inside. So that's another way. The guy that was getting the screen set for him, which was this guy, instead of curling to the basket, he popped out, and then that caused the defender to chase him. Then this guy was able to slip right inside the paint, uncovered, and take a nice shot. Okay? So it is important, guys, as we do this, that one guy goes to the ball, one guy goes away from it. So you don't want these two guys right on top of each other. One goes towards the basket, the other one goes away. All right? So we're going to work on that, guys, and just have you guys work on just setting screens and as a way to help everybody get open. Okay? The last thing I'm going to say is you can hear them talking to each other, right? Screen, screen, screen. He's telling them, I'm setting a screen for you, right? You guys got to talk to each other. If you want a screen, ask for one. If you're going to go set a screen, tell your teammate, screen. Okay? That you're coming to screen for them. So you got to talk to each other. All right? All right, guys, so I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to put the link to both of these videos down in the description so you can watch it without me talking over it. And I hope you guys get a chance to watch this because we are going to work on screening when we get back, and I expect you guys to at least try it. I know these are high school players. They're obviously, much better players, but there's no reason why you guys can't learn how to set screens. It's not hard to do, and it really can help open our offense up. All right, talk to you guys later.